Welcome to class 4. Let's stretch those hamstrings. This is a great way to reduce lower back pain and prevent injury. Also, let's see if you can lift your arms when standing on one leg. For the warm up, start by kneeling down onto the back of your mat. If your knees are sensitive, double the mat or put a towel underneath your knees. Bring your knees wide and your heels together. If you can, sit onto the back of your heels. If this is not possible yet, stay forwards on your hands. Bring the hands to the floor in front of you, as wide as your mat. Make sure the hands are under your shoulders. Try to arch the lower back and push yourself from the hands back. The hips move back towards your bottom until your sit bones are towards your heels. Stay here for a few long breaths. See if you can extend your arms forward a bit more. Inhale, bring your chin to the chest, squeeze your bottom and round your back, rolling forwards. Keep rolling forwards until your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, arch the back, and push the hips back until the sit bones come towards your heels again. Bring your forehead to the floor. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forward until your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forwards until your shoulders are over your wrists. Push yourself away from the floor with your hands. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in and round your back. Squeeze your bottom and move your hips forwards until your shoulders are over your wrist. Exhale, arch your back, push the hips back onto the heels. Sit back onto your heels and bring your knees together. You start by sitting on your heels. Come up onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. Squeeze the bottom, move the hips forward, try to lift the chest up, and draw or roll the shoulders back. Interlace the hands, if it's possible, behind the back of the head. Slide the hands up behind the neck until you reach the base of the skull. If you cannot bring your hands together, you can touch the side of your head with your fingertips. Push down on your knees, lift the ribs up. As you inhale, start to squeeze the shoulder blades together, which will move the elbows back. Press your head back into your hands as firmly as you can. At the same time, pull the chin towards your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe in, chest out. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as you can. Breathe deeply 5 times. Keep pressing the back of the neck into your hands. Keep your hips forward and squeeze your shoulder blades together as much as you can. Keep your chin down at your chest. Slowly release your arms. Place your feet down and sit back onto your heels. From a kneeling position, place the hands onto the mat in front of you. Step the right foot forward. The knee should be over the heel, but not in front. You may need to slide your foot forward more. Place both hands onto the right knee and lean forward with the whole body weight onto your front leg. Tuck the toes of your back leg under. and start to extend the back leg. Squeeze both legs tightly. You are still leaning forward over your front leg. Squeeze the back leg and slowly roll up until your back becomes straight, pushing yourself away with your hands from your front leg. Take 5 deep breaths. Keep squeezing the back leg and pull the knee up. Make sure you're pushing down strongly in both feet. Press down with both hands into your front leg. To come out of the pose, lean forward and place your fingertips onto the floor. Then lower the back knee down and slide your right foot back. Change sides and bring the left foot forward in between your hands. The knee should be over the heel but not in front. You may need to slide your left foot forward more. Place both hands onto your left knee and lean forward with the whole body weight onto your left leg. Tuck the toes of your right leg under and start to extend the right leg. Squeeze both legs tightly. You are still leaning forward over your front leg. Squeeze the back leg and slowly roll up until your back becomes straight, pushing yourself away with your hands from your front leg. Take 5 deep breaths. Keep squeezing the back leg and pull the knee up. Make sure you're pushing down strongly in both feet. Press down with both hands into your front leg. To come out of the pose, lean forward and place your fingertips onto the floor. Then lower the back knee down and slide your left foot back and sit back onto your heels. For the next pose, you will be standing. Bring your feet parallel and apart in a wide stance, but only as wide as you still have stability. Both feet are pointing forwards to the long side of your mat. Bring your hands onto your hips. Squeeze the leg muscles so the legs are really strong. Start squeezing your elbows and shoulder blades together. Pull your belly in. Inhale, and as you exhale, push your hips back with your hands and start to lean your upper body forwards. You look towards the floor. Keep your legs squeezed tightly. Then slowly release your hands and bring your fingertips to the floor. You can bring your feet wider apart if you cannot reach the floor. Stay on your fingertips and keep pushing your bottom back towards the wall behind you. Start to reach your arms forward more while staying back with your hips. Take 5 deep breaths. You can walk your fingertips forward a little bit. You may need to bring your arms as wide as your shoulders. Squeeze your legs tightly and pull your knees up. Push your feet firmly into the ground. To come out of the pose, pull your belly in. Squeeze your legs and walk your hands back towards you. Bring your hands back onto the hips. Push down into your feet, squeeze the leg muscles, and squeeze the elbows and shoulder blades towards each other. Keeping your back straight, slowly start to stand up. Firmly squeeze your legs as you come up. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades and elbows together. Then release the arms and walk your feet back towards each other. Start on all fours. Your hands are as wide as your shoulders, or even as wide as your yoga mat. Your middle finger is always pointing forward to the top of your mat. Bend your elbows slightly. Tuck your toes under. Arch your lower back and pull the belly in. Push the sit bones back and up until the knees lift off the floor. Push down into your hands using the power of your arms. Move the hips back and up towards the ceiling. Lift your heels and keep your knees bent. The arms are long and straight. Then walk both feet as wide as your mat. Keep pushing down both hands into the floor, elbows slightly bent. Try to straighten the legs a little bit if you can. Breathe deeply 5 times. Your hips keep lifting up and back towards the ceiling. Keep pressing your hands strongly into the floor. The knees are still bent. Try to keep the feeling of an arch in your lower back and bend your knees more if you have to. To come out of the pose, round your back, roll forwards until your shoulders are over your hands. Lower your knees to the floor, place your feet down, and sit back onto your heels. Stand with your feet about hip width distance apart. Feet straight. Firmly push down through your feet, including the heels and all toes. Squeeze your leg muscles. Put your hands on the hips. Make sure the hips don't move to one side. Draw your belly in. You will need your core strength for balance. Shift your body weight onto the left leg. Keep the left leg strong. Squeeze the leg. Lift your right knee up until it is the same height as your hips. Push down strongly in the left leg and foot. Flex your foot. Pull your toes towards you. Focus your eyes. Then, very slowly, release the arms from the hips and bring them in a big circle above your head. Your thumbs are pointing back. As your arms move up, imagine that your arms are pressing against the air. Your shoulders do not lift. Your left leg is very strong. Breathe deeply 5 times. Try to make your arms as straight as you can. Keep pressing down into your left foot and squeeze your left leg tightly. Pull your belly in. Keep your right foot flexed, the toes pointing towards you. To come out of the pose, slowly bring the arms down onto the hips, the knees still lifted. Place the foot down. Change sides. Stand with your feet parallel. Firmly push down through your feet, including the heels and all toes. Squeeze your leg muscles. Put your hands on the hips. Pull your belly in. Shift your body weight onto the right leg. Keep the right leg strong. Lift your left knee up until it is the same height as your hips. Push down strongly in the right leg and foot. Flex your left foot. Pull your toes towards you. Focus your eyes. Then, very slowly, bring the arms above your head. Your thumbs are pointing back. Breathe deeply 5 times. Your shoulders do not lift. Your leg is very strong. You squeeze your leg muscles. Try to make your arms as straight as you can. Keep pressing down into your right foot and squeeze your right leg tightly. Pull your belly in. Keep your left foot flexed, the toes pointed towards you. To come out of the pose, slowly bring the arms down onto the hips, the knees still lifted. Place the foot down. Come on to all fours. Hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. This time, come forward with your shoulders so your body weight is over your wrists. Bring your chest forward. Stretch out the left leg behind you, then the right one, until you are in a high push up position. Pull your belly in and lift the body away from the floor without rounding the back. Your eyes are looking forward, your legs are fully straight. Squeeze them away from the floor, pulling the knees up. Hold for 5 long breaths. Squeeze your bottom, push the heels towards the wall behind you, and imagine the top of your head is reaching in front of you. Try to keep a straight line from the top of your head all the way back to your heels. Pull your belly in and push yourself away from the floor. Your shoulders stay forwards and your legs are squeezed tight. To come out of the pose, lower one knee to the floor, then the other one. Put your feet down and sit back onto your heels. Come and lie down on your back. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Bring your arms to the side so that they are about shoulder height. Place the palms down onto the floor. Make sure the shoulders are pressing down to the floor. Pick up your right leg and cross it over the left. Try to get the legs together as close as possible. Now slowly drop your knees to the right. Keep the left shoulder pressing down firmly into the floor. Stay here for 5 long breaths. Try to keep the top leg holding the bottom leg down. Turn your head in the opposite direction to the knees. Keep your shoulders pressing down into the floor. It's not important if your knees are touching the floor or not. To come out, start to turn your legs back to center and slip your top knee away and place your foot down. Then take the left leg and cross it over the right. Keep both shoulders and arms firmly pressing to the floor and allow the knees to drop to the left. Take 5 long breaths. Hold the left leg strongly on top of the right and push it down to the floor. Try to keep the top leg holding the bottom leg down. Turn your head in the opposite direction to the knees and keep your shoulders pressing into the floor. It's not important if your knees are touching the floor or not. To come out, slip your top knee away, bring your knees together, and come back to center. Stretch your legs out onto the mat and bring your arms back to the side of your body. For the final relaxation, stay on your back and close your eyes. Place your legs as wide as the mat and let your feet fall to the outside. Squeeze your shoulder blades together under your back so that your chest lifts a little bit. Let your arms relax to the side of your body with your palms turned towards the ceiling. Breathe deeply 5 times and relax. Stay here for 2 minutes. In your own time, open your eyes and slowly sit back up.